The universe has been watching you far more closely than you realize. And in this moment your guardian angels step forward with a message they have been patiently waiting to deliver. They want to bring clarity to something that is unfolding around you, something subtle yet powerful, something that may influence your immediate future in ways you may not expect. You may not be aware of it, but your presence, your physical appearance, your energy, the way you move through the world, has stirred something deep within someone around you. Without your knowledge, someone has become convinced that they are in love with you. Your angels want to gently guide you into understanding what is really happening here, because appearances, though beautiful and meaningful in their own right, are only the surface layer of a much larger truth. When two people encounter each other for the first time, it is nearly impossible for the mind not to focus on what it sees. Within mere seconds, the human brain processes signals, interprets body language, takes in facial expressions, senses posture, and begins to build an entire impression from that single moment. The first glance, the first recognition, the first visual spark often becomes the foundation for the assumptions people make. You may not intend for this to happen, and neither does anyone else. It is simply the nature of human perception. Sometimes a person's appearance can be so striking, so captivating, so different from what someone is used to, that it tugs at their curiosity. It draws them inward, encouraging them to watch more closely, to look again, to wonder who you are and what lies behind the way you carry yourself. From that curiosity, fascination can bloom. From fascination, admiration. And from admiration, an illusion of emotional depth can begin forming, even when the person barely knows the soul behind the beauty. In the case of this person who is drawn to you, something about your appearance captured them instantly. Maybe it was your smile, the openness or mystery in your eyes, the way you speak, or simply the natural presence you carry without even trying. Whatever it was, it struck them like a spark, and from that moment forward their mind began building a story. Over time their attraction strengthened, and they started to believe that what they felt must be love. You were likely completely unaware of this, not because you are unobservant but because you are simply living your life. You are being yourself, moving through your days, unaware that someone has woven an entire emotional fantasy around the way you look. Yet the angels want to remind you that while appearance can influence others, it does not define who you are, and it does not reveal the fullness of your soul. Physical attraction carries its own power. It can enchant, inspire, or intrigue. It can captivate someone so intensely that they start projecting qualities onto you that they have never actually seen or confirmed. When someone is infatuated, they may begin to imagine that the person who has caught their eye possesses certain virtues, values, or inner qualities that they hope to find. They fill in the blanks with their desires, not with truth. They develop an emotional storyline that may not reflect anything about your true nature. This is why infatuation can feel magical at first, even spiritual, yet remain shallow beneath the surface. It is why two people can be drawn to each other initially, not because they share a deep bond but simply because something about their physical presence awakens a feeling. As powerful as this spark may be, it is only a fragment of what it takes to truly know someone. Your guardian angels want you to understand that while this person believes their attraction to you is love, what they feel is not love. Not yet, and perhaps not ever. Real love is something far richer and far more profound. True love grows from understanding the heart of another human being, witnessing their virtues, acknowledging their wounds, learning their values, listening to their stories, and seeing how they treat others. Love forms from shared truths, mutual vulnerability, trust, and emotional resonance, not simply from admiration of the physical form. Outer beauty can be enchanting, but it does not reveal the depth of a person's soul. It is like admiring the colors and strokes of a beautiful painting without knowing the artist, without understanding the meaning behind the work, the emotion that shaped it, the life that breathed it into existence. Infatuation is the spark, but love is the fire that burns through the soul. If you are wondering who this person might be, the angels encourage you to observe the people already around you. Look at your social circle, your acquaintances, the people you encounter often enough to notice patterns. Pay attention to the ones who seem unusually attentive. Notice those who linger just a little too long in your presence. There may be someone who holds your gaze a moment longer than others, or someone who looks away quickly when you catch them staring. There may be someone who smiles every time you speak to them, someone who lights up around you, someone who seems eager to be near you without openly expressing why. They may find excuses to start conversations, even small ones, or use compliments, often about your appearance, as a way to connect. Their body may betray their nerves, their voice may waver, or their gestures may become fidgety when you stand nearby. These subtle signals can reveal far more about their feelings than anything they say out loud. Sometimes the signs can be less flattering. In certain cases, a person who is infatuated can become jealous, possessive, or easily triggered, even if they have no real connection to you. They may react strongly when they perceive that others are receiving your attention. They may compete, show off, exaggerate qualities, or even mimic your interests in an attempt to impress you. These behaviors come from insecurity and from their desire to be noticed by the one who has captivated them. Your guardian angels want to reassure you that despite this person's infatuation, there is no harm approaching your path. You are protected, watched over, and surrounded by divine guidance. But they also want you to be mindful, aware, and grounded in your interactions with this individual. Infatuation can be flattering, even exciting, but it is important to approach it with empathy and with clear communication if the situation arises. If at some point this person chooses to express their feelings, the angels encourage you to respond with kindness and honesty. Acknowledge their courage and their sincerity, but be firm about your boundaries. If you do not reciprocate their romantic interest, be gentle in expressing that truth. Protect your own peace while honoring theirs. More importantly, the angels want this message to shift your focus back to what truly matters: genuine, meaningful connections. They want you to recognize the people who already see you, not just your appearance, not just your surface, but your essence. The ones who value your presence, understand your heart, celebrate your strengths, and walk beside you in authenticity. These connections deserve your energy, your time, and your love. If you feel that such profound connections are rare or difficult to find, your angels ask you not to worry. The universe knows the intentions of your heart. It knows the love you seek, the friendships you desire, the bonds you hope to form. Just as your guardian angels watch over you, the universe keeps a loving eye on every step you take, every door you close, and every path you consider. It knows the type of souls your heart will resonate with, and it is guiding you toward them in divine timing. Sometimes the journey to genuine relationships takes patience. You may meet people along the way who feel interesting at first but do not align with your deeper self. Some may be temporary companions, some may teach you lessons, and some may be stepping stones toward the connections that are meant to stay. Every interaction serves a purpose, moving you closer to the relationships that will nourish your spirit. Trust this process. Trust that nothing is delayed, nothing is missing, and nothing is denied. The universe is arranging encounters, opportunities, and synchronistic moments with precision, all designed to lead you toward the people who will truly matter. Most importantly, remember that real connections bloom from sincerity. They grow from authenticity, from a willingness to be yourself without pretense or performance. Continue honoring who you are. Continue staying true to your heart, your values, your essence. The right people will recognize you, appreciate you, and find their way to you long before you even realize it is happening. Before this message ends, your angels offer a prayer for you. A blessing meant to settle gently upon your spirit and guide you toward clarity and peace. Lord, bless this soul with wisdom so they may see beyond appearances and recognize the truth within the hearts of those who approach them. Grant them discernment to understand the difference between infatuation and genuine love. Surround them with empathy and compassion so they may navigate emotional situations with grace. Let them feel your divine protection, knowing that they are never alone, never unprotected, never unseen. Strengthen their faith in your timing, and guide them toward the relationships that are meant to uplift, inspire, and complete them. May their life be touched only by connections rooted in honesty, depth, and sincere intention. This message has reached you for a reason. Take a moment to let these words settle into your soul. Breathe deeply and allow the meaning to echo within your inner world. The universe is watching over every step you take, guiding you with love, clarity, and purpose. If this message resonated with you, type 888 to claim the blessings woven within it. And if you feel called, leave a kind word for others who may need a spark of positivity on their journey today.